Today we're looking at the Bogner Ecstacy Blue pedal based off the famed blue channel of the flagship Ecstacy head, which I think was released in 1992. There's a lot of knobs and sort of switches and dials on this pedal, so you've got a lot of choice, a lot of flexibility. So we're going to look at today humbucker guitar, single coil guitar, and sort of see what you can get out of it. Bass sound, I'm actually using a Kemper today, so I'm going guitar tuner straight into the Ecstacy Blue, and then that's into the Kemper, which is into my interface, straight into Logic. So in the Kemper, for those familiar with it, there's nothing pre-amp, so I'm just plugging straight in. I'm not using the effects loop or anything like that. Post-amp, I've just got a little bit of reverb on there, and the bass sound is this. AC50 profile, clean. Okay, so when I engage the pedal, everything at 12 o'clock. Doesn't fill you with inspiration there, does it? Slight drop in the sound, slight sort of dullness of it, and that's just, again, you just got to used to the pedal. Every pedal you get is slightly different there. So let's try and get unity gain first. That might even be too much. So all I needed to do was nudge the volume a little bit, and I'm at unity in terms of volume there. Now again, gain is at 12, so it's got a little bit there, a little bit more there. All right, so let's start having a look at what's on here. Pretty self-explanatory. You've got your EQ there, treble, middle, and bass. Now that's pretty good having it in an individual pedal, because then depending on the guitar, depending on the settings on that particular pedal, you can have quite a bit of control over shaping your tone as opposed to just the EQ on an amp or something like that. But I've found that the controls here are very, very subtle, especially when you turn up the gain. So let's have a look at those for the moment. So that treble going from 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, very subtle indeed. Let's go all the way. Not a huge amount happening there. Let's try the middle. Bass. So really subtle 3-band EQ on there. Okay, so two of the knobs that you're going to want to play with are volume and gain. Now, volume is interesting because that's going to push your amp harder, like a boost pedal might. So let's have a look at that to begin with. So the volume, it gives it a nice push there, but I've got a little bit of bass there. I'm on the treble pickup on this guitar, so it's not quite as bright as maybe that you think it would be. Again, comparing it to the bass sound. So it's a nice sort of a boost. I haven't read the manual. I don't think it said it in there in terms of what dB you might get out of that volume. But again, it's quite subtle indeed. You've definitely got more distortion under your fingers there, and it's a nice feel there. But super subtle, these EQ settings. I'm going to go back to noon on those, and I'm going to play with the gain instead. Again, nice sound there. So increasing gain a little bit, increasing the volume a little bit. It's really nice. Very, very bassy though. So again, I'm going to try play with that EQ. At different stages of volume, different stages of gain. Let's sort of see what it's doing. It's a really, really nice sound. Again, you got to play with it. I'm using mahogany, sort of a darker guitar, even though I'm on the bridge pickup. So your mileage is going to vary. We'll wait till I get to the single coils to see what it does. All right, let's go back up a little bit and see what these switches up the top are doing. The Variac, I don't even know if it does much to the actual tone beyond dropping it in volume. It sort of takes it from an 18 volt to a 9 volt. It's more a feel thing, and you can feel the difference. Gives it more sag, as you'll read. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but it certainly feels a little bit different. It's hard for me to describe beyond that. Again, sonically, there's not a huge difference. I'm not going to really play much of it. The mode, though, the mode's a big one. Plexi, cleaner, lower gain sounds. Blue is more modern, for want of a better word, a little bit more higher gain. Okay, so we've been on, actually going to go up to where I was before. Been on Plexi, play a little bit of that, and we're going to switch it to the Blue. Okay, so the Blue definitely kicks it up that extra level in terms of gain. So it makes this pedal really versatile. The Plexi channel alone, you've got an amazing amount of sounds you can get. Turning it over to the Blue is, another level there. Okay, the pre-EQ section, more subtle with the more gain. But what you've got in the middle is a neutral, sort of a flatter EQ curve. The Boost 1 boosts the highs, and the Boost 2 gives you the mids, upper mids, and those highs as well. All right, let me go into Plexi and we'll have a look at these pre-EQ. So I'm in neutral right now. So again, subtle, more gain, it's more subtle. You can hear it a little bit more on lower gain, but it does give you more of that sparkle on the top end. For me, I would probably never use neutral. Again, I suppose it depends on what you're combining it with. So to have that flexibility there is pretty good. For me, I'm going to leave it on probably Boost 2 or Boost 1. Okay, structure. There are 3 of them, 101, 100, and the 20th anniversary. I forget what they do in the manual, but let's listen to them. Definitely a variation in the sound there, some sort of an EQ-ish type of sound. It's not gain. I think it's the character again of the sound. So again, flexibility. Choose what you like. Let's have a look at it on the Blue just for comparison. That combination sounds quite good on the Blue channel. Really, really nice sounds. Okay, but what we haven't done now is look at the Boost pedal. Let's have a look at that. All right, the cool thing about the Boost side is this. On its own, it won't do anything. So with the pedal not on, the Boost won't do anything. Okay, so you need to have this on. But what you can do is you can have it so it is already on. So then when you engage the pedal, you go straight into Boost mode. Or, of course, you can have it off, engage the pedal as normal, and then with your foot stomp on Boost if you want. cool thing about it is you've got a trim pot here to adjust the level of volume that you get and the level of gain that you get. So if we go somewhere in the middle and engage that on the boost, actually we'll do before. Really kicks it up a notch, especially with that gain on. If I turn the gain all the way off, turn the volume all the way up. Again, thinking about how you might use this in a band situation, boost, you probably want some sort of a lead passage. So. It really kind of gives it more body, and that there, so on the boost, gains all the way off, volumes all the way up there. So if you went all the way up on the gain, let's have a look at that. Have a listen to one of the things about this pedal is everyone says it sounds and feels like a real amp, and it kind of does, including the noise. So I got my volume pedal off right now. If I just put the volume pedal on with the guitar volume down, there's a lot of sort of hum because I'm on full gain here, almost full gain here. I am on the plexi channel though, so I'm going to go to blue. It's a really nice, plenty of gain there, unless you're doing sort of really heavy rock into sort of metal rhythm guitar. I'd say there's more than enough gain on tap here for this. All right, let's do some single coils, see what we can get out of it. Okay, so I've gone back to sort of noon. I'm in E flat on this guitar, so it sounds a little bit different. That's kind of why. But again, pedal off. Same as before, not a huge difference. We go up just a little bit in volume. All right, let's turn the volume all the way up. Gain still at 12 o'clock. And so we're really trying to use it as a boost and push an amp, see what sort of sounds we get. Really nice sound there. Let's do the other way around. Let's do volume down a little bit and turn the gain up. Nice sound. It's kind of just losing a little bit of body. So just have a little bit of volume here. All right, let's go all the way in volume. So all the way gain, all the way volume. Okay, that sounds too much to me. It's going to bring that gain back a little bit. Nice sound, a plexi sort of sound, single coils. It sounds really nice, killer. Let's play with the blue setting. Really bassy, it's a super bassy pedal. Let's go bridge pickup. Single coils usually kind of thin and not awesome, maybe for rock rhythm guitar. It's a nice sound. Again, that's on the blue channel. Trying some of the pre-EQs just with single coils. Neutral. Really, for me, it really brings out some of the character of those single coils, and this is where the bass kind of works well because it doesn't have that super bite. I don't have to roll off my tone knob. and things like that. Right, just a little bit of delay on here, sort of see what some lead sounds look like. It's a sort of that sound that you can play all day. Look, I'm going to stop there because I can kind of just keep rambling on it. It's a great pedal. I picked it up secondhand, really good price. Really bassy, very subtle EQ, I find, but a ton of sounds between plexi, between blue, obviously the boost with your trim pots on volume and gain. Independent volume and gain there. There's a ton of sounds you can get out of this thing. It is really, really nice. The Bogner Ecstacy Blue. Hope you get a chance to pick one up or at least have a go. See you next time.